Today we shall be taking a look at the 2009 Halloween movie, Coraline. This movie is clearly one of my favourite Halloween movies to start you off and really helps get you into the Halloween mood. So without further ado, let's get into this. So, to get into this movie, this is one of my favourite Halloween movies to watch around Halloween and is one of the greatest, if in my opinion, as it is good because it is a standalone movie that you can sit and watch, family related, and it isn't too safe neither, as it seems to be on this dark edge as well, like similar to like a Tim Burton movie. As when you watch Nightmare Before Christmas, I would say that isn't a proper like kids movie, but it's like in between the kids and adult movies, and this is where this one for me slides in, as it's got that dark edge that makes you think it's a Tim Burton movie. However, it's really not. This is a Henry Selick movie, and this just transforms our minds to thinking, well, is this a kids movie? Yeah, it is, but it's just the darker side to a kids movie that we love to express, and this really is the void between kids and adult movies, in my opinion. As there's a few little hidden jokes in there and a few little, darker moments, which are probably missed out in most modern day kids Halloweeny movies. So that's why I like this one. And the story is basically about a girl who isn't getting the attention she probably needs right now, as she's moved house and her parents are now busy trying to get their lives running again after moving house, and obviously they haven't really got much time for Coraline, and that's why Coraline thinks she's been treated unfairly. And until a new door opens, until she's happy as she's given her dream world basically, and her dream parents and her dream life, as a door opens where she's entered into this other world, sort of like an Alice in Wonderland sort of thing. As she goes through, and then it's like, whoa, transformed into basically the same world, just different in the sense that her parents now buttons for eyes, and so do most of the characters there. And yeah, it was a wild one to get started and if you're watching this for the first time, you'll understand that this is a bit weird. This isn't what I would expect, but then it gets into it, and and basically she's being given everything. She's been treated like a princess. However, that dream world suddenly starts to crumble as the other mother's mask fade starts to slip, as we see that she is not what she seems, and that maybe Coraline is actually falling into danger and into evilness, as we see that the other mother just wants to keep her and control Coraline, and she's done this before with other people that have gone missing from the Pink Palace, and now this could be Coraline's destiny now, to be controlled by the other mother, as it's called. However, when she realises that she no longer wants to be a part of this other family, she then has the problem of trying to escape them, and when she does escape them, the other parents take away Coraline's mother and father, so then she has to go in and try to wager with the other mother in able to get her real parents back, in which she does, as she plays a game of hide and seek to be able to find the souls and things that are lost in this other world, as these people that were taken and were kept. Coraline will now fetch them back into the real world so their souls can be released, that sort of thing. And yeah, it is a very dark movie if you look into it, but that's what I like about it. It's not the normal day Halloweeny sort of family vibes and everything like that. This one takes a little bit of a darker turn, but it's good in a way because it's different from all the others. And yeah, I love this movie, and the ending is so good as well, as this is foreshadowed not once but twice, as we see so I'll go through the ending, as basically the ending is the hand escapes the door when Coraline wins the hide and seek game and everything like that. The only people she can't find are her parents, and after she realizes that something's gone wrong or whatever, she has to escape the other mother's control again, and she does that by crawling back through the thing and then locking the door on her way back. Obviously there's a bit of scuffling and other things on the way out, but then the hand gets trapped through the door and comes through the other side. This then leads to Coraline getting into one final scrap, because Coraline thinks she's evaded the trouble and now the other mother will not come back and haunt her again. However, that's not the case at all, as the hand then follows her and starts to attack her, and obviously that's why Wybie and Coraline have to take control of this and then try to destroy this hand any way they can, and that's where they use a brick to destroy the hand and then throw it down a well. But this was foreshadowed twice. The first time was with the well, as Coraline at the start of the movie is looking for this hidden well that she's heard about, and that's where Wybie shows her where it is. And after that happens, we then see that she's testing how deep it is and stuff like that, and that hints to where the hand will go at the end of the movie. And then the second time is with the tea leaves, as we see a hand in the tea leaves in Miss Spinks and Forcibles, where she's doing a reading of her fortunes and stuff like that, and they're saying it's like presents evil and things like that, and actually it looks like a hand which predicts what's going to happen at the end of the movie. And these little foreshadow things don't just happen in this movie, they happen in practically every movie, and you can easily spot what that is. Little hidden details all the way through. It could be a show, it could be a film, foreshadowing the end. And that's what I love about this movie, is it helps to give an idea of what is yet to come. I also really want to mention how good the Goofy-like side characters are. As from watching like Tim Burton movies, they're all Goofy characters, and there is a lot of Goofy minor characters, but don't really have a meaning as such, or are just there to just make a story out of it. Whereas this time, the side characters helped the main character but didn't even know it. As Miss Spinks and Forcibles gave Coraline this eyepiece where she can see through things, and it helps her in the hide and seek game to try to find the lost souls and things. And she doesn't realise really that it would help that much, and I don't think she knew what trouble Coraline was in at that time, or was going to face in the future. And that's what I sort of like about this as well, is because Miss Spinks and Forcible actually play a key role in Coraline finding the missing souls and things like that, and completing the hide and seek game without even knowing that she was playing that sort of game. And also we saw from Mr. Bobinsky's mice that they lead her into the door in the first place and take her to the other world. But apparently the mice say to Mr. Bobinsky not to go into the door and don't do it again, or whatever it is, as there's something bad on the other side or whatever. And yeah, and that's where Coraline lies and says that the door is all bricked up, so the mice are making a mistake. And also I think Wybie plays a key role in this movie, as well as being a side character, as he helps defeat the hand at the end of the movie, and he also is there as sort of like Coraline's best friend without being his best friend all the way through, and he always is a part of even the other world, but he doesn't speak in the other world. And he's always, you know, the guy giving Coraline the knowledge of the Pink Palace, of the area, of the people who went missing. He provides the story as well. So I think that character of Wybie is used to basically sum up the missing details and fill in the plot gaps of the entire movie, as he's able to give information that Coraline does not know at this point. I also really want to give a quick shout out to the whole cast, as we saw the likes of Ian McShane, the likes of Robert Bailey Jr., we saw Jennifer Saunders, and tons of others, including Dakota Fanning and Teri Hatcher. There was more than them as well, and there was plenty of names in this, and they all played their part in making this successful. And I can't really choose just 3 names out of this bunch that could, you know, sum up this entire film, as everyone played their role. As like I said earlier, with the minor characters, they actually were crucial characters in the success towards the end of the movie and for the final boss battle, if you will. So yeah, they all played their key roles, and I don't think any cast member would be taken out and it would still be the same movie, as it all brings something different to each of their characters that they play. To summarise then, this movie is one of my absolute favourites, and is always going to be a classic in my opinion, hence why I rate this an 8.6. And let me know down in the comments down below what your thoughts are on this movie, and if you agree or disagree with anything that I've said in this movie. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be alerted to all the new content this channel creates, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Later.